you're welcome. I hope you can see me clearly. No. All right. So, yeah, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So, depending on the part of the country that you are watching me from. So, I am Master, um, Master Peter by name, and I just want us to look into some affairs of Nigeria, and we are getting closer to our electionary year, which is 2027, and why I think, why I think, because right now we have some parties, we have some parties that call um, the current government. They have a group they call the City Boys movement. So this City Boys movement, their mission was, or rather, is to garner momentum. You understand? For the incumbent government to continue. All right. But before I even continue, um, in Nigeria today, we are still having issues of um, mothers losing their lives during pregnancy. That's during labor. That's a woman in the labor losing her life just because of some medical negligence in this country, Nigeria. So you see, when we talk about fixing our country, you know, I'm a Nigerian, and whether we all like it or not, we can't run away from our own country. So for those of my subscribers, my friends that will be watching me from every other part of the country, as every part of the world, US, UK, Canada, Germany, Ghana, Togo, every part of the country, every part of the world you are watching me from, uh, I am to discuss about why we should give somebody that we believe that can drive. You know, you may have a good car. You may have a good car. Pure, neat, clean, sound car. But a driver, a driver may get into this car and may not be able to move it. May not be able to move it. So Nigeria is like, Nigeria, our country, is like a beautiful car, a new brand car that may not um all right. So much like I see you, thank you for joining the live. I just really want to touch, but I may bring you up if you may wish. Okay, let me bring you up, Master, so that you may be able to you can be able to air your view, I think. So let me add it up. Sorry, I'm streaming both on Facebook. So if you come to Facebook, you will see Amama Pitonyeka Chuku, that's my Facebook handle. If you come to YouTube, you will see my YouTube as Pira TV. So you can join my live. You can join from any app you are using. So I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on WhatsApp. So you can join anyone you are joining. You are all welcome. So, and anything you want me to talk about, you can equally drop it in the comment section. I can equally see it and address it. So, fast forward to my reason. So, first of all, let's list some things that we have seen that are still repeating itself in this country called Nigeria. But first of all, we all need to be aware. We all need to be aware of what happens around us. You see, when I try to analyze some political issues, or when I try to talk about politics, and when I try to talk about the affairs of Nigeria, some people see it that I am now becoming a politician. Well, even if I decide to become a politician, I don't think that there's anything wrong there. But the point is that whether you are a politician or not, you should be concerned about what happens in your own country. If you like, be in America. If you like, be in Europe. Anywhere you like, just be. But it doesn't dispute the fact that you are a Nigerian. It doesn't dispute the fact that things are really going wrong in your country. So it doesn't dispute the fact that if you have a good leader, that it doesn't matter. So wherever you are, if you like, be in the country. If you like, don't be in the country. But the point is that wherever you are, you should be concerned about things that happen in Nigeria. So that's what we all should be concerned about. So let's forget about parties. First of all, party, like APC, PDP, ADC, they can never translate to an individual. So we all should be mindful of individuals. So that's what I've always told people. As I am, I don't have any political party. I'm not any member of any political party, and I don't even think that I will be. But I am so much concerned about politics of my country. I am so much concerned about the governments of my country. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining live and being so active. Thank you, Favor. Nikki, I can see you. Thank you. You are all welcome. So my subscribers on YouTube, I can see you, so you are all welcome. So thank you as you join, and we are rubbing mind together. Very soon, by 8 o'clock tonight, we are going to still see. I'm going to watch again the analysis on politics today on channel television, and they will still talk about the coming election. So what I want to, because I can never be ashamed and I can never shy away from standing every time with P2B. You see the man called Mr. P2B, I stand by it, and I am talking. Yes, I have met him one-on-one, and I am happy that I met him one-on-one, and I am happy for the kind of person, the kind of politician he is. And that is the kind of politics I really need, I really want people to play. And what is that kind of politics? Politics of, okay, now let's talk about it. In 2023 election, 2022 into 2023 election, and after the election in 2023, February 2023, I think February 23rd, 2023, and they said the result came out as they said that this is the result, that he lost, that he took third position. Good and fine. But what happened next? Since 2023 till date, Mr. P2B has kept on going to places, still donating funds to schools, medical schools, health sectors. Now, this is bringing me to a bad news I received yesterday. My coursemate in her institution gave up the ghost while delivering twins. She died in the labor room. In Nigeria, in 2026, people are still dying. Again, in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, in a general hospital, that they lacked oxygen, which should be the primary thing every hospital should have. A general hospital in Nigeria in 2026. I'm not talking about in the year 2000. I am not talking about in the year 2005. I'm talking about currently in this 2026. People are still dying because of lack of oxygen. When I heard this news, I was like, really? Oxygen? Someone gave up the ghost because of what? Lack of oxygen. So when we talk about some things, now you now look at the budgets of a federal government, the budget of federal government for the entire year, and we will now try to look into health sector. Ordinarily, health sector should be the most allocated budget in every country, I think. Then the security should be the second. Health and security. You see these two things, any country that can provide these two things. Thank you so much. I can see your active engagement. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you, my listeners. So we continue. All right. So you see, I started to analyze this. I know that we have many Nigerians in diaspora. We have many Nigerians in diaspora. That's in all over the world. So, and I know that people watching me, they are not only in Nigeria. So there are other people watching me from every other place. So, but the point I want us to know is that we should try to consider these two major things. You see security, you see health. Let me say these two things. These two things. Now, when I was discussing with my friend yesterday, I was like, why should we keep on getting such stories? And when you talk, people think that no, you are being tribalistic, maybe that you're not supporting this person because he is not from your tribe, or you're not supporting this person because he is not in the same party with you. I think the politics of these days shouldn't be on party. The politics of these days shouldn't be on party. You see, when we talk about politics, people think that we have become a political tool. Of course, I am free to express my point of view on public issues, right? So don't consider it maybe he is not sounding so political, because most of my friends, maybe they may think that when has Peter joined ADC, because ADC definitely is what we that is my brother. So we hope that you see, when they say may Nigeria never happen to you, it sounds so funny. It sounds so funny. May Nigeria never happen to you. It sounds so funny. And why does it sound so funny? It sounds so funny that you can imagine. Have you ever heard when someone told someone, may US never happen to you? Have you ever also heard someone said, may Canada never happen to you? Rather, they pray, may US happen to them. Maybe, unless if you're a terrorist or you're a bandit, who may pray that may US never happen to them. Because if you're a terrorist and US happen to you, then you are finished. So if you are a terrorist or you're a bandit or you're a killer, just know that when they say may US happen to you, then you will not rebuke it. But if you don't fall into these categories, and they tell you or they speak to you, may US or may America, and they say may many of these countries happen to you, you will definitely shout amen with belief, because you think they are wishing you very well. But ironically, when they say may Nigeria happen to you, it becomes, or it sounds like a curse. It sounds like a curse, that someone is laying a curse to you. Why? Because we believe that Nigeria can disappoint you at any time. Nigeria can fail you at any time. Not as a country, but in terms of leadership. Nigeria has beautiful people. Nigeria have awesome people. But the problem is, how are those people being driven? Who is the captain? Who is the pilot? Who is the driver driving this beautiful country called Nigeria? Whether we like it or not, Nigeria is just so beautiful. Nigeria is blessed. We don't doubt it. Nigeria is so beautiful. We don't doubt it at all. So, but what happens now is the management of the Nigerian resources. The Nigerian resources include both human resources and material resources. Nigeria has intellectuals. Early this year, I think that should be on February this year, in the news, we had Nigeria alone. When you talk about the best universities in the world. Here, I received the news. Nigerian universities that appeared among best universities. We mentioned I think that should be the list of universities they mentioned. Nigerian universities had about four universities from Nigeria appeared in that list. This is to show you that Nigeria has intellectuals. That one you can't even you can't doubt that one. You can't challenge it. So Nigeria has good people. Nigeria has intellectuals. Nigeria has people with senses, people with reasons. That's reasoning. They have what? So, and in those universities, they appeared best in sciences. So Nigerian people, they are very good in sciences, medical sciences, researches, in arts. So when you talk about culture, of course, Nigeria and Africa generally, they are so rich in culture. So you can't even equally debate that one. Nigeria is so rich in culture. Nigeria is so rich in, so when you talk about, but what is the problem now? The problem now is the leadership aspect of it. Who are those handling this great country? That is it. So let me still come back to reiterate what I said earlier, or the topic of this live, where I said Mr. P2B as the president. This is my wish. I wish, and likewise, most other people, they would wish that this man called P2B should be called. Now, this man finished his office, his tenure as a governor of a state in Nigeria, as the former governor of Anambra State. Now, I want to analyze this. You know, when we say this one, the opposition or the ruling party, they say, what is there? That EFCC doesn't drag him, does not mean that he is the best man, that he has no corruption cases, but we still put it forward. Please, who can justify corruption cases against His Excellency Mr. P2B, the former governor of Anambra State? Do you know what it means that somebody left office? Somebody left office and has never been dragged for any corruption, for any misuse of fund. I don't know if you really think of this. When you talk about the current politics in Nigeria, we talk about the trajectory of politics in Nigeria and governance. And in all this, okay, let me say, since 2008, let me even be specific, since 2007, 2008, I think he entered office in 2007 and left office in 2014, I think. Now, somebody who has ruled in those years, being governor, managing the affairs of the state, and he was never charged for corruption cases after his tenure in office. Even while he was still in office, he was never dragged, he was never charged for any corruption cases. And I have always told people, if you say that Mr. P2B is not, if you say that P2B is corrupt, can you tell me how many governors or ex-governors that left office without being dragged? You see it. And then when you talk about these people, so we still believe that even up to today, he's still very simple, going his way, and that is the kind of people we want. People that are simple, their simplicity is amazing, their simplicity is amazing, and still they're intellectual, they're mentally fit, they can visit countries just to gain knowledge on how to run their own country. I don't know if you are getting this. Even as they say that he lost, through the results, they showed us that he lost. He took third position. Meanwhile, before the election, they have already told, and that is the same idea they're trying to give us again this time around. Yes, Mr. P2B has not been given ticket as maybe the presidential flag bearer of any party, but we still believe that he will be given that. because his antecedents, his precedents, they show that. All right. So another message now they're trying to discourage the good people of Nigeria and the lovers of Nigeria is that um, voting for him, that maybe corruption may not allow him to see the office. Who are those people carrying out this corruption? We, the common ones. How are we the ones? If the top politicians, if they bring their money, if they want to induce you by money, that money cannot turn to vote for that person. They can only turn to vote for that person only when you collect it and now go and vote for the person. So the problem still falls back to us, the common ones. So that is what we have always tried to enlighten people, talk to people, that the people should always try to stand by their faith, by what they think that have been disturbing them or what they have been feeling before those election years. But you see people, you see us, we, the rude ones, we, those ones on the normal level, because they have weaponized poverty. Poverty in the sense that somebody hardly rejects 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira in Nigeria. Somebody hardly rejects it. Many people will prefer to take that 1,000 naira and do what they never wanted to do. And they will tell you, after all, we have been in this struggle, we have been in this mess, let it just continue, but let me even take this one and go and eat one plate of food. And you eat that one plate of food and eat 4 years of your life for a tenure. For a tenure. So what sensitization I still want to carry along as I preach about PW is that people should equally know that they are the ones living their lives. They are the ones in the society. They are the ones going to market every day to purchase things, to cook things. They are the ones that always try to pay the school fees of their children, their relatives, their beloved ones. So you don't know how hard, how difficult it is for you to meet up with those expectations. Because things are hard, economy is hard. You will not forget all those things during the election period just for you to accept a token, and then you do another 4 good years of hardship again, 4 good years of suffering again, simply because you collected money and decided to dance according to their own tune. You see, it's unbelievable. It's so amazing. But people do it. So, as I was saying again, because this is a whole lot of things to discuss or to talk about, and I will still come back to it maybe in my next life, because I will try to be coming live for within time, from time to time, sensitizing people equally on this particular incident. You see, we should learn as good Nigerians, as lovers of Nigeria, as patriotic Nigerians. We should learn on how to have integrity, how to culture integrity. When you culture integrity, you reap it, and you reap it with good faith. And you are not the only one to reap your integrity. That is it. You see, this life, if you have cultivated the culture of integrity, you are not the only person to reap it. Because integrity translates to decency in society, and decency translates to sane country, sane environment. Decency and sanity, they are what the people need. A country that has decency definitely will be a sane country. And in sane country, things fall in line, things work as they should. That is what we are trying to advocate. Now, those things can never be met if the drivers are not decent. And this now makes me to quote what my principal, I'll call him my principal because I really love the man's politics. I love how he moves. I love his simplicity. and his ideology. But the point is that sometimes it seems like his own ideology cannot work in this country called Nigeria, but it will work. It will. It will. When you think that his ideology is different, that he's trying to make things be in order, it will. He doesn't believe in grab it and run. No, that is not to be for you. He doesn't believe in grab it and run. He believes in merit, meritorious gifts. He does positions, meritorious positions. That is P2B for you. And that is why we want this man to be our president, president of Nigeria, president with decency. And let me quote this in 2022-2023, and he said it. If you want to be called, or if you want to answer His Excellency, make sure that your way is excellent. That is a sounding quote from him, Mr. Kito, a presidential candidate 2023. And I repeat again, if you want to be called excellency, make sure that your way to that excellency is excellent. This quote remains in the hearts and the minds of Nigerians up to this moment, and it will forever live in our heart, because this shows that this is a man who understands what it means to live in a decent country. After all, what do we expect? Somebody who has American citizenship? Of course, he has traveled, he has seen things, he has seen how things work in other countries, and I so much believe that he still wants to replicate such in Nigeria. And I know that it will be kind of hard dream people may have, or people may perceive. Is it possible that Nigeria can be like the US? And they will tell you that the US has 5 years of civilization more than Nigeria. Yeah, you can't dispute it, you can't debate it, but the point remains, what efforts are we making as a country towards that excellency, toward that excellence? Now, what steps, who are those to pilot the affairs of the country? Will I even talk about insecurity? That one is even a big separate discussion on its own. The insecurity, what can you say? A few days ago, bomb blasts here and there. A few days ago, kidnapping here and there. A few days ago, ransom, bandits, terrorists, asking for ransom in millions, in billions, in a country that we have Air Force, we have the Army, we have the Navy, we have the Civil Defense, we have police, we have all these military parastatals. But still, what happens? So we shouldn't just feel like anyway anything goes in this country. No, I think it's high time we all begin to think and then wish truly. But you know the point? Anybody who benefits from the current government, they will tell you it doesn't concern them. And they forget that that particular government can never remain in power. Highest 8 years, another government may come, even if it is the same party that retains office after that 8 years. But the point is that you will never be there. That person that will come after 8 years will still change you. So that effect, that change you never made when you were in the office, you will never make it again. And they will not come back and continue struggling in that the same corruption, in that the same failure you left while you were in the office. So we should all advocate for good governance. We should all advocate for equity in the government. We should ask for security of life and properties. We should ask for good life, health sectors. You can't tell me that you come in a hospital, no oxygen in a hospital, no oxygen, no oxygen. Death of pregnant women, maternity mothers. Check it. We're not talking about other negligence in hospitals, in schools. So it's all those things that will make people to begin to say, we really need change. Let's even have another person in the office. So I still maintain, in my own view, that P2B as the governor, as our president of Nigeria, will definitely change a narrative. He will definitely change the narrative. And some people will say, when he was the governor, what did he do? They should go and check the records of this young man or old man. Yes, he is young in terms of intellectual, but he is old. That is an old man in terms of reasoning. He can reason like an elder. So this kind of person should be given the chance to rule. I believe that P2B is a man that we believe, at least, why do we think that he will be making the difference? He never has any corruption charge. That is my strongest conviction. Because once you begin to have corruption cases, definitely your character will be questionable. So that's just it. But let's not forget that a government in a country should be concerned about the welfare, the well-being, the security of its citizens. Not you will be in your own country and you never feel safe. Maybe you can't even go out freely, But the irony is that when all these our politicians, when they go to, let me say, something like UK, US, Canada, we see them there, they walk freely on the streets. Come on. Why can they feel free to walk on the street? Because there are maximum securities on check. They don't fear for bandits. They don't fear for kidnappers. When they are in those countries, they don't fear about those things. But the moment they get back to Nigeria, they carry convoys, heavy security people, paying them, servicing them. If they can't even walk freely, there's no part of this country that they can even walk. You see a Nigerian politician walking freely, either the governor or the president. Okay, let's keep the president aside. But the governors, the senators, the House of Reps members, both in the state and the federal, local government chairmen, all those things, you can't even see them walk freely like that. So they always kind of be security conscious simply because of the environment in which they are. But talk about other countries, they move freely. So even I'm even going far. Even in Ghana here, my friend who is in the Ghana, he tells me how free people can even walk at night freely. But here, we're still battling so heavily with insecurity, kidnapping people here and there, gathering people in hundreds, not even one or two, in hundreds. People are being kidnapped in Nigeria in hundreds. You hear 50, 70, 100, 120, 130, 150, sometimes 200, sometimes 300. Just tell me how you think that 100 persons can be gathered, at once and relocate them. Think of it. I've been thinking of this. How possible it is that there was a kidnapping scene that people about 100 we are taking. 100 we are taking at once. And they will leave. No confrontation by the military. Sometime in the past, we even had a place where this kidnapping happened in a school. that some minutes before the incident, the military, the security people who were on their duty were called to withdraw. Up to this moment, Nigerians and the media are still asking, please tell us who gave the order that those security people should leave their duty post. And after some time, people came and kidnapped people. They have not answered that question up to this moment. They have not provided the person who made the call. Sorry, I have to take water, because when you talk about Nigerian situations and you don't take water, you may give up. Why shouting about our country? You may give up. Hey, so you just need to. If I shout, at least I will take water, hold body. So don't mind my native language. Not even don't mind the language I just used now. So just to crack a joke, and so that just is. But the point remains that. So now, will you tell me if this is P2B on the seat? Will you tell me that up to this moment that they will not find out the person who made a call, or those people who made a call to ask the security people to leave their duty place or to leave that area? It will not happen. If it is this P2B that I'm talking about, Mr. Integrity, if it is him that is the president of this country, that person would have been provided by now. That person must have been provided by now. But as of now, I as a person, I have not heard nor seen where they said, yes, it was this person. I have not seen. So currently, the person still remains unknown. The person who made the place to be porous for these people to go there and take those students, the person that made such call is still unknown up to this moment. So, which I believe that if it was P2B's seat, office, that is supervising the presidency of Nigeria, in a nutshell, if P2B was the president of this country, that this kind of thing will never happen. And I keep on saying that I trust P2B. For now, yes. I so much, because I believe that if he never had corruption charges when he was a governor, is it now that he will not have? No. You see my conviction? If he never had those cases when he was a governor, and even after being a governor for almost 10 years plus, or 15 years, okay, let's say since 2014 to 2024, before 10 years, so up to 14 years or thereabout, or rather 12 years, about 10 years and above. So after 10 good years, somebody left an office. To this moment, he is still so clean. No case. Somebody who even rejected an offer a government gave him. He said they gave him land as governor. He said, no, I don't want it. I know some people may think, maybe some APC members, some opposition parties, they may think that what am I saying? I'm saying something that he himself, His Excellency, P2B, made that post. He posted it. He showed the evidence. How he told the state, no, I don't need your land. Hold it. Use it for another thing. I am okay. That I have served my people. That is a fulfillment for me. Tell me a politician in Nigeria that they will give such an offer and he will reject it. So you see, so I'm speaking so intensively so that people will equally maybe understand how we see him and how we think that he can make the good change that we want. This one is not that he was grabbing land though, but this one was that he was even giving that land. He was giving that land but he said no. It sounds like a story, but it happened. It did happen. So, my people, um, we really wish that Peter Obi becomes the governor. I mean, not the governor, the president of Nigeria. And we keep on talking, so that people will truly know that no country thrives in corruption. You see a country that entertains different levels of corruption here and there, that country hardly develop. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your active engagement. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And my dear listeners, I will not forget to thank you for listening. And how I wish that I can equally identify, especially my viewers on YouTube, if I can identify you by name, but I can't because I can't see you. But I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your attention, and I know that not only Nigerians watch me, there are other people from other countries that equally watch me, and wherever you are watching me from, just know that Nigeria will soon be having their presidential election in next year. We are still in 2026, so next year by January, February or thereabout, we should be having a presidential election to have somebody. Meanwhile, we still have a current government, the government of APC, whom their principal is the current president of Nigeria, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So they are still gingering up. So they are still warming up. That's not even warming up. They're already active. They are active on the ground. So APC is so active on the ground to retain office. Do you see it? So they are much active to retain office. But the problem shouldn't be to retain office, but the problem should be to serve the people very well. That should be the problem. That should be the focus, not just to retain an office. If you are retaining an office, but the people are not seeing the effects, then so, my dear people of God, and my dear Nigerians, we are advocating for good governance and for. In fact, sometimes people think that we that shout about good governance, that we are the ones that suffer it most. Sometimes it's not that so. There are people in the villages, there are people in the rural areas that even not on social media. They are not on social media. Then they don't even have a way to express their disappointment, their hardship, their suffering. They don't have those means. So sometimes we amplify their report, we amplify their cries. So let's get it. So we are on media, we that are rather coming up on the media to speak to people, to wider audience, we are representing, we are carrying the burden, we are carrying the minds of those in those villages, those who don't have the access to communicate, to pass their grievances, to pass to the wider audience. So we have now used our own media, our own platforms to push their own burdens, worries, and cries. Sometimes people in the villages, people don't really know what they pass through, especially those are top politicians, because they are not there, and they can't even interact one-on-one with them. So that's why when we speak, sometimes we are conveying a message from background, a message from outside media. So when we bring those messages from outside the media, we bring them to the media, so that the wider audience will probably know that there are people that really need help. Now look at it. That's my friend, that's my classmate who lost her life while giving birth to twins in a hospital. Most people never knew because it was in more of a kind of rural area. So do you see it now? Those things that happen And you can see that it might have not even gone viral. So you see, there are a lot of people losing their lives on daily basis without even people knowing. That is the point. There are people losing their lives unsteady, but because of their own location, their own geographical place, there's no means of letting people know what is happening to them in those rural and local areas. So that's why we are on media most often or sometimes to speak about good governance, to speak about Nigeria. Not actually that we are the most suffered ones. Yes, all of us are suffering it. As a matter of fact, as Christians, and also I believe maybe Muslims equally, if your own brother is suffering from this and you are happy, then I don't think that you're a good person. Do we get it? If your own person, is suffering from this and you are happy, enjoying going on boat drives, just living your life as if nothing is happening. Meanwhile, you are fully aware that your brother is lacking this, or your brother is going hungry, without any food, without clothes, without education, without proper health care, and you are enjoying your own life because you are privileged to meet opportunities to live a better life than them, and you think that you are doing a good thing by living your life all alone without even caring for those ones in those villages, then you are not a good person. It's as simple as that. So we, like as I said earlier, I don't have any political party's card. I'm not a party card carrier. I'm only just concerned about the well-being of how the citizens, Nigerians, can move forward, can go on. So that's just it. So my people, and I keep on saying it and I keep on shouting it, that it's high time people begin to keep tribalism off from governance. You see, tribalism, people should, as a matter of urgency, keep tribalism away from government. You see, tribalism, people should keep it away from government. Because if you should only be mindful of, if you should vote for somebody or talk about somebody because you share the same tribe, that is what you see. Sometimes they will say you are supporting this person because he's from your region, or you're supporting this person because of. No, you should look at those individuals. You should look at the persons involved, not the place the person is coming from. That is the major problem. That's one of the major problems we have in Nigeria. That's one of the major problems. One of the major problems we are having in Nigeria, that people have misplaced good virtues with tribalism. It's a very big problem. You will see sometimes something you can see that this thing is black, but because it's not favor your tribe man, and you will say that it is yellow or red, you give it another color than the real color it has. Does that make sense? No. Does that equate a good person? No. It only shows that you don't mean well for your society. That's what it shows. That's what it shows. And if we should continue like that as a people of Nigeria, it's going to be hard for us. It's going to be hard for Nigeria to be liberated from bad governance, from bad leaders. I don't even want to talk about some projects in some places that when you see those places, the first question you would ask yourself is, are people living in this kind of environment? That is even the first question you would ask yourself. So there are some things you see, you begin to ask yourself, how possible could this be? But they are possible because you and I enabled those things. You as a Nigerian, I as a Nigerian, Both of us enabled it to happen. Because you failed to do what you're supposed to do, because he is your tribesman, because I failed to do what I'm supposed to do, because he is my tribesman. So these are still major problems to us in Nigeria, especially Nigerians. These are still our major problems. The day we begin to see things common, the day we begin to identify problems as common problems, then that day, the liberation of this country will have more effect. Yes. But if we keep on saying this person is not my person, this person is not my tribesman, this person is not this and that, it's not my uncle, it's not my this, it's not my auntie, we keep on losing lives in hospitals. We keep on witnessing that no oxygen in the hospital. We keep on witnessing mothers dying while giving birth. We keep on witnessing dilapidated schools. We keep on witnessing bad roads. We keep on witnessing electricity failure. They call it national grid failure, be collapse. Anyway, I know that I think people that may understand this one I just said lastly, maybe the people of Nigeria, but some persons who are not Nigerians, they will not understand what I mean by national grid failure. National grid. So this has become some kind of an anthem we do here in country. Collapse, collapse, collapse. What is collapsing? Hey, oh my God. You see Nigerian matter, Nigerian problem. It's so much, but to keep on talking, like as I said, I'll keep on sharing my views with people, and we just feel free to interact, discuss it like our own topic, discuss it like your own topic, discuss it like your own problem. You can only solve your own problem when you identify that this is a problem. You can only solve that problem when you identify it as a problem. But if you never identify any problem, you will never be able to do what? Solve it. So, my dear good people, both in diaspora, in Nigeria, wherever you are, either you're a Nigerian or you're not a Nigerian, but you love Nigerians, or you have friends who are Nigerians, please and please tell them that I am preaching that there's somebody whom they need as a president. It sounds so funny, right? No, you shouldn't sound funny. It shouldn't sound funny. It shouldn't be funny. Because I said we need this man. We need him. We need him as our president. Do you know the joy you have when you have somebody who is sound as your president? Do you know the joy? Do you know the joy you have when you see your president in another country be so strong, walking majestically, walking so energetic, discussing what people can hear and relate? Do you know the kind of joy you have? Definitely, you will know when you have good people and when you have good presidents. You will enjoy it, and you will see when you see your president on television, you'll be happy to say, "This is my president." So I convey the message that we need P2B, Mr. P2B. You can browse more about this man in Nigeria, Mr. Peter Obi. The name is on the topic of this live. You can think about it, you can browse it, and you'll see more about this man. This man called Mr. Peter Obi. You can just, once you type it, leave the rest for the Google. Google will do the work for you. They will bring everything about him and show you. You see more options. You read more about him. You read about his integrity. You read about his leadership, and you read about his leadership ideology. So that's why I can't be ashamed to talk about him or to say, let's support this man. So we hope that Nigeria will not miss we have missed the first opportunity in 2023. We missed that opportunity in 2023. And I don't think that Nigeria will afford to miss him again in 2027. That is next year. I don't think, no matter whatever it can be, I don't think that Nigerians are going to miss him again. Mr. Peter Obi is a necessity to Nigerians. His integrity speaks, his calmness speaks, his intellectual ability speaks, his responses in the public is top-notch. He's top-notch. His responses in the public is top-notch. Very, very top-notch. So, my dear people of Nigeria, the lovers of Nigeria, the well-wishers of Nigeria, and every person who has a friend or who loves Nigeria should wish us well. And also, talk to those of your Nigerian friends to come and listen to what I am saying here. Tell those people who are your friends to come and listen to what this guy said about this man, that Nigeria needs this man as their president. That I said that if this man becomes president, definitely that things will be different from their usual ways. I am saying because I believe that he will do that very well. I'm not speaking as a politician. I'm not even in the same party with him. I'm not a party member. But I am only speaking as a concerned and as a patriotic Nigerian who has the interest of his country at heart. You can imagine when a farmer or when farmers can go to their farms and cultivate, plant their agricultural products, and when they mature, they can still go to their farm and harvest them peacefully without any attack. Do you know what it means? If such is being done, then hunger will reduce, unemployment will reduce, security, of course, will increase. The security threats will equally reduce. A whole lot of things will begin to go on peacefully. Normally, beggars will reduce. Beggars on the streets, they will reduce. So that's why we are shouting, wishing, and pushing for good governance. So let people just help out. Let people just help out and know that Nigeria really needs a good person, a sincere person, somebody who will not loot the money of the state of Nigeria. So, but anyway, in my next live or in my next video, just check, because here I will be talking about some of our political moves and the Nigerian politics and governance and the way forward for Nigerians. So, but one thing I like about the whole thing is that everything is verifiable. Everything is verifiable. So, but there's one thing I'll talk about President Bola Tinubu, but in my next video. One thing he did that I said, okay, he tried. Maybe in my next video or in my next live, I will talk about that. If I remember it, I will say it. And I'm happy about that particular thing. So maybe You wait for me in my next life. You'll see it and we'll discuss it fully. Remember, I am a Nigerian. Remember, I want Nigeria to be great. Remember, we all will be happy when we will see a working government. A working, that's when the government is working for the people. You'll be happy. You'll definitely be happy. You can imagine when people will be in their houses, sleeping. The next thing you will see, people just come and gather people out of their own house. Okay, exactly. Okay, yeah, definitely. Maybe, sorry, I'm trying to respond to a chat from other app where I'm live too. So, yeah, my brothers and sisters, the thing is that, we are coming there gradually. So, but for now, we just want to push from online, as people who are doing their own on the ground, they will be doing equally. So, truly, we really have a great role to play in our Nigerian system. You see, people think that it's only politicians that the work is left for. No, we the citizens, just every other citizen, we all have a role to play. And what is that role we all have to play, like just ordinary citizens? We have the role of accountability. We have the role of, when you see evil, say evil. That's when you see something that is not good, leave it. Don't do that. That is one thing you owe your country. Being a law-abiding citizen. That's, don't don't make people to don't suffer people more. Don't make people to suffer more because of you. Yes, let me put it in that way. One of the major responsibility we all have as Nigerian is, don't make, and likewise every other person, just all human beings. One thing we should all try to do is, don't add pain to people. Don't be a source of another pain. Let me say, if my hardship is like as this can of water, don't make it double for me. No. If you can't help my body, if you can't help me to reduce this one, even if it is just to remove the cover, you've already removed something from my body. I don't know if you are getting it. So, if you cannot help me to reduce my body, my problem, please don't add extra one to me, or rather for me. That is a role of all of us should play. So do you get it? That's why sometimes, even when you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're already contributing to the failure of the system. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're already contributing a problem to the system. So the work we have as citizens are just be plain. Don't say things because you are not benefiting as an individual. Sorry. Sorry, let me take another water. See, this topic is so broad, so big, and I can never finish it in a day. And let me take my water first. Sorry. All right, so I think I need to have a little rest, and I think I will be live again. I will schedule my life again, and thank you all. I have to thank all my viewers, my subscribers, my followers, in all these platforms. The truth of the matter is that we can't say it all. We can't, especially people that have the kind of hearts I have. I have the kind of heart of progress. I am bothered when things are not going well around me. I am so much bothered about it, and I like that kind of spirit. I like it. So I equally admonish that let everybody just help and push in your own circle. the good you want into society. I can never be an evil person and want people to do good. If I am evil and I am telling people to be good, I am at the same time deceiving myself. So, if I want people to be good, if I want people to do good, I myself, I should be good. I should do good. So, do you get the point? So, thank you so much for joining live, and maybe I'll live again. I will check my time. I don't know how to schedule it so that my dear viewers and friends will not miss this. I believe it has been an interesting one and engaging one. Though sorry, some people they don't like politics discussions, but sorry, I like discussing politics, especially as it relates to people, because we need to let people know how things are and what they should do and what they should know. Yeah. So, sorry if you are not a political interested person. So sorry, my apologies. Maybe you may let me know what you may want me to discuss next. Other topics you may like me to discuss next in my next life, and I will keep on rubbing minds together. I will keep on. I want to really build a society that I really want to build my community that will know me and I will know my community members. So don't worry. I wish to be live often so that we get to know more. You see, we discuss like a common people in society. So thank you, and I want to build a strong community for my channels, and I would like to make a great impact into society in any way I can. And my own is here. I will talk, telling people what I think that is good. So thank you so much, and see you in my next live. So thank you for joining. And I wish that we'll see again. Before I leave, happy Sunday to all of us, the Christians. Oh, that's true. The Muslims, they celebrated their Eid Fitr yesterday, I mean on Friday. So sorry, I wish all of them Eid Mubarak, all my Muslim friends, my Muslim watchers, my viewers, my Muslim viewers, my Muslim subscribers, my Muslim followers. I wish all of you happy Eid Mubarak in arrears. So may love lead, may peace reign, may unity be, and finally, may we all succeed in any country of yours, as I wish my own country, Nigeria, very well. So in any country you're watching me from, I pray and I wish the country well, and let it be well with you wherever you are, in Jesus' name, amen. If you're a Muslim, I also pray that may Allah bless you and bless you and bless you. Amen. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you in my next live. See you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel every time, wherever you're watching. Please subscribe, like, and watch more videos there. So thank you and thank you. Watch my videos. Watch what I have to share about politics of Nigeria. Nigeria can be great. Nigeria can be great. And Mr. P2B, we want him to be our president. I still have more to discuss on that. And don't worry, we're going to see more and more reasons why we need P2B as an honest man to lead the country called Nigeria. If you are not a Nigerian, you can equally let me know whom you think that should be best for Nigeria. Maybe, yes, because some people know about Nigerian politics and the leaders. So, thank you. And I would like to have your conversations in the comment sections. Thank you. Share your thoughts. Maybe from there, I can discuss next topic. So, thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.